stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Florida Gators and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tight end now in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Madden. He's going for a big play downfield. Wheels it in down the left side. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DB.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Manning to the air again. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. That's caught. It's Jackson. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Ball. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll run it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Florida! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Booster! Sweep!
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. That's caught. It's Townsend. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Running inside. It's Smothers. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd down from the gun. Manning. Gonna let it fly. He's got it. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, Manning. Makes the catch. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Return. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing Manning. Skips away from pressure. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The run inside. It smothers. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Longhorn!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Jones to throw. With the catch, it's Wilson. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. He didn't make it. He's down at the 32, and that'll be 3 yards short of the line to gain and bring up 4th down.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. Makes the grab. It's Townsend. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He wants to change this route. Play action, here's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Here's a little room there. Lowers those pads. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. Rolled his way into the end zone.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. Manning. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Second down now after the sack. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at second and long. Quarterback may change this route.
Booster.
Arch Madness. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Manning from the gun on third down. He fires one deep down the right side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Wide open space, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher more than got them out of their own end. A 97-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Brown. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run, nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Working that wide receiver screen. At the 35, he's loose. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff for Ball. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Gators! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Arts to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Might be calling a hot route.
Return! Hydro! Chip!
To the air, it's Manning. Under fire! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at James Madison taking on the Georgia State Panthers.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Hey, I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wingo. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Got a little grass. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Here we go. Go, go.
Takes the easy completion. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Number 38, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the tight end. Madden with a play fake. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Manning from the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Here's Manning to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes a deep grab. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Manning. Throws it deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
I like the idea defensively here, too. Now, you got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
So now it's second and long.
Booster. Here we go. Ready. Blue, 22. Blue, 22. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It Smothers. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Manning on play action. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Might be changing the route. To throw, Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Unleashes one deep. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play, and in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Running inside. It's Ball. Finding some room. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wideout. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Jones to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Running right, it's Ball. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Change now on 2nd and long. Shakes off the defender. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Jones wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. He's loose on the right. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Manning trying to beat the D deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's another mistake for this young man. It's one thing to have 1 or 2 and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Baugh again. Fighting off the defender. Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Jones to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. A 3rd down try for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion.
Let it go.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Florida. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
The extra point.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Looking for blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
Whoa, 22. Let it go.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Fires to the tight end.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. The run inside. It's Smothers. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Looking for a push on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He breaks a tackle, doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Running right, it's ball. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future.